Tradition tells us that on a high plain in the plain of San Clemente, 8 kilometers north of the town and near the bed of the river Rus, there existed a Gothic population that venerated a virgin. A pastor found the image of this virgin in a cave popularly known as de la Mora, at the foot of the castle. The Virgin of Rus, by the name of the place where it was found, is today the patron of Saint of San Clemente, being constructed her hermitage at the feet of the mentioned fortress. Clemente Pérez de Rus, a nobleman who settled in those fields, a native of Rus Castle, will be the founder of San Clemente in the 12th century. On an old stone tablet, perhaps missing as a result of the wars, one could read, "Here lies the Honorable King Clemente Pérez de Rus, the first man who made a home in this place and named him San Clemente. Of the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ, 1136 years. The place of Rus breaks with the mystical monotony of the La Mancha plain, because the river Rus, Hidrónimo, according to account of pre-Roman origin, has drawn a landscape somehow steep in the form of a small crater, with a hill in whose skirt it is located the sanctuary. At the top of the hill, nowadays, there is a 19th century doghouse here. In times past, an Arab fortress was located. In the Ermita de Rus, one can distinguish several periods of construction between the 15th and 17th centuries, in which the dressing room is built that keeps the image of the Virgin. In the head, 2 chapels are added in each arm of the cross, used as sacristy and to accede to a dressing room, as well as to guard different exposures and memories of gratitude by the received favors. To the left of the hermitage was a pavilion attached, destined to attend to the religious office some families of the nobility. In the interior of the hermitage, the image of San Roque, San Isidro, San Antonio de Padua, Santa Teresa, San Julián stand out. In the front of each one, there appear different symbols linked to the masonry: squares, compasses, triangles, rays, possibly ordered to be added by the families that acquired the image and the place after the confiscation of Madoff in 1855. The pilgrimage of the Virgin of Rus dates back to the 17th century. Their walls are auctioned under the arches of the town hall, reaching the beds, which are deposited in crash of the tables, very large numbers. Groups of 24 people are formed who are taking turns on 4 and 4 carrying the Virgin along the great kilometers that separate the Hermitage of San Clemente. The pilgrimage of the Virgin of the Rus is celebrated on the Sunday following the Resurrection Sunday. They take the Virgin of the Hermitage on their shoulders and carry her running to the Hermitage of Rus, 9 kilometers away, depositing her in the place where their patroness. After a rich lunch, they carry the Virgin of Rus, and again on the run they carried the image to Vidrich. There, after decorating her, they walk her through the streets before the crown and finally put her in the parish church. Some 40 days later, on the Monday after Pentecost Sunday, the process again carried out to place the image in the initial places. In the vicinity of the sanctuary, almost at the source of the river Rus, in a place of great scenic charm. This is the Mill of Rus, a typical popular construction, still returning the grading machinery. Cervantes' memories are many in this place. Located the town of San Clemente on the rural road from Granada to Cuenca. This one was also visited by Miguel de Cervantes. Hence, it follows that the expression voto a Rus on the chapter 25 of the second part, which is pronounced by Sancho in the episode of the adventure of Don Quixote with the company of Master Pedro. Puppeteer by profession is
in the vicinity of the sanctuary, almost at the source of the river Rus, in a place of great scenic charm, is the Mill of Rus, a typically popular construction, still retaining the grinding machinery.
Cervantes' memories are many in these places. Located the town of San Clemente on the royal road from Granada to Cuenca. This one was also visited by Miguel de Cervantes. Hence, it followed that the expression voto a Rus
of chapter 25 of the second part, which is pronounced by Sancho in the episode of the adventure of Don Quixote with the company of Master Pedro, puppeteer by profession is natural.
He wore a monkey capable of guiding the past and the present, as well as an altarpiece or portable puppet